quit my job again. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Katie, aka Action Jackson, back with another video. Today we will be discussing my new jobs. I have 2 new jobs, and the reason why I quit my last job. The last time that y'all saw me, I had just made a video about quitting the hospital and going to work in dermatology at a clinic. Not gonna say it was a bad move, but it was something that I tried and I realized what works for me and what doesn't work for me, what kind of environment I need to be in and all that jazz. So we're gonna talk about that. But before we start, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my videos. If you're not already subscribed, if you watched my last video and you came back to this video and you're still not subscribed, it's giving you just don't like me, okay? So just hit that subscribe button and join the family, you know? Also, before we get into it, yes, I am wearing my Nurse Bay custom signature fleece, okay? Get you one. This is from my scrub line. And I also got my scrub cap on because this wig is a no-no. Okay, so let's get into it because I don't want this video to be too long. It's gonna be short and sweet. So I quit the hospital in August. No, I quit the hospital in July. I started working at the dermatology clinic in August. Something that I just don't like about the clinic off top is that it's too much paperwork. I felt like I was doing the job of the receptionist and everything else in addition to doing my job. My job was a RN, but there's no job specification. So the nurse, the RNs, the LPNs, and the MAs pretty much did the same job. RNs, I guess, made more money. Not I guess, we did make more money than the LPNs and the MAs, but it definitely was not as much money as in the hospital, but we'll get to the money part later. In the roles and responsibilities, there was nothing that set me apart, like as a nurse, you know? There was nothing that made me feel like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, but you can't do that. And not to feel like that was gonna make me feel like superior, but as a nurse, there are certain things that I should be able to do and certain things that I wanted to do. Y'all know that I was really into, you know, cosmetics and aesthetic nursing and things like that. So that was something that I thought would be, you know, a thing that I would do. I guess at the location of the clinic that I worked at, there wasn't a lot of cosmetics that went on. The doctor who I worked with, who I fucking loved, like I love Dr. Berman. If you need a dermatologist in Milwaukee, go see Dr. Berman. I love him. He was amazing, but he did cosmetics. He would do Botox probably like once or twice a week, maybe. There's different clinics around the city that focus a lot more on cosmetics, but apparently I wasn't able to work there or transfer there. So it just really wasn't what I kind of was expecting. I loved the surgical aspect of the job, like cyst removals, lipoma removals, skin cancer removals. All of like the surgeries were cool, but like on the day-to-day, the job was pretty boring. I'm an Aries. I am very like, I get bored quick. So if I'm not doing something cool or like interesting, I'm gonna not want to be there, you know, which sucks. I also am not big on routine. I like spontaneity. Like I like to do new stuff every day. And at the clinic, it was kind of like cookie cutter, cut and dry. Like, you know what you're gonna do, you know, like it was kind of lame. I also, like I said, I don't like the paperwork. I don't like doing a million prior authorizations for medications. I don't like answering faxes. I don't like answering voicemails. I don't like calling people back on the phone. Like, I felt like I was like an office worker in addition to having to room patients, clean rooms, do laundry, clean the clinic. Like, I don't know. It wasn't something that I personally liked. Versus when you're in the hospital, your job is only as the nurse, not doing 3 other jobs in addition to just your job. I also did not, like I said, did not like the environment that I was working in, the people that I was working with, the management that I was working with. like I said, loved my doctor. He's amazing. Like, he's funny, he's cool, he's really, really, really fucking smart. Like, Dr. Berman don't play. He's very, very smart. I've seen patients come in, like, tell him, like, you changed my life. Like, you're amazing. Because they have, like, these really crazy skin conditions. They don't know what to do. They've been living with this for years, and then they come see him, and he really, really helps and treats them. Me and him also had, like, our little TikTok thing going on, which I'm gonna miss. But a lot of, like, the co-workers and the management, I felt like I got a lot of, like, shadiness and weirdness from. There was a couple instances where, like, people just acting like children. I was the youngest person working there, 23, and I felt like a lot of the time the people that I work with were very childish, or, like, just, you know, always picking on people, always saying little stuff. Me, as the only black person that worked there, I would catch them saying little slick shit about the African American patients, or, like, if they get somebody with a difficult name, they'll freak out and be like, how do you even say this? Like, why would your parents even name you that? Like, it would just be little shit that would bother me, and I don't like that. And if y'all ever thought I was the person to hear you say some shit about a African American person and not speak up about it, you got me wrong, because I'm gonna say something every single time. So it was kind of creating, like, a little bit of, we wasn't meshing, because no, you're not about to sit up here and talk crazy about anybody, let alone a patient, let alone an African American person, while I'm sitting right next to you. And me, when I get into environments like that, I don't want to come to work. I don't want to talk to y'all. Like, I honestly would have no problem with coming to work and minding my own business and working by myself and not talking to nobody. But there was more than just that led me to quit. Also, with a clinic, as I knew this before I quit, I did take a pay cut, and I did take an hourly cut, technically. Well, I definitely took an hourly cut. At the hospital, I would be doing 12-hour shifts, but at the clinic, I felt like some days I was there all day. We had to come early to set everything up. Sometimes, or not even sometimes, almost all the time, my doctor would be running behind, so we would leave extra late, but it still wouldn't be 12 hours. And I also didn't work Thursdays, because that's just the doctor's schedule. He works every day except weekends and Thursdays. You can't pick up for extra money like you can in the hospital. And everything isn't about the money, but the way life is going right now, eggs are $7 fucking a container. Like, it's definitely about the money sometimes, you know? I don't like people say it shouldn't be about the money. Only people who have money say it shouldn't be about the money, and maintain everything that I have going on. I feel like I found myself worrying about paying bills and paying for certain stuff. Plenty of birthdays, Christmas that just came around, you know, I was finding myself stressing way more than I should have. And that's just a sign for me that it's time to go. It's just not for me. If you're a new nurse and you've never worked at a clinic and you don't like the hospital, maybe the clinic is for you. I did not necessarily like the hospital. I didn't like my floor. I was kind of just drained working on that floor, because we were consistently overstaffed, and it was just like nobody wanted to work, and it was just really, really bad. So yeah, if you want to try the clinic, I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'm just going to say be ready for it to be something completely different than the hospital. Like, it's completely different. They're both two crazy worlds. You kind of just got to pick which crazy you want to rock with. I do still technically work at the dermatology clinic. I just don't work full time. I went down to casual, so I have to work one shift a month, and that's all I will be doing, because I actually had a sign-on bonus from them, and if you quit before a year, you have to pay it back. I'm not paying shit back, so I'm gonna work my 8 hours a month until August, and then I'm gonna quit. My two new jobs that I got, the first one is I signed up for agency in Milwaukee, and basically I am going to start a 12-week contract at a local hospital in January, towards the end of January. Agency is really like the way to go. Like, once you get your year of experience and you like the hospital, quit that hospital, sign up for agency. and start making that money. Like, that's really what it is. Agency is literally, you go where there's the most need and wherever you want. Like, I get a whole assignment list emailed to me daily with different locations, different pays, different hours, different assignment contract like timelines. Most of them are 12 weeks, but there are 8-week contracts. A lot of the time when she sends me like nursing homes, it's individual days. It's not like a actual contract. It's just you pick up whenever you want. And I think that is really what's kind of in the cards for me, because of everything else that I do, doing hair, running 2 businesses. Like, I just want to pick up and work whenever I want to, you know. My second job, which is at the jail, and I work there PRN as well, so I pick up whenever I feel like it. It's pretty sweet, honestly. Today was actually my first day. That's why I'm dressed. I didn't just put this on for the video. Today was actually my first day. I went and looked around and, you know, saw everything that was going on and kind of like the ins and outs of everything. No, I'm not afraid. I know a lot of y'all probably wondering if I'm afraid to work at the jail. My dad worked at a jail before he became a police officer. So to me, it's kind of cool. I kind of feel like a little bit more connected to him, and like he's just like up there cheering me on because of my new job. But I'm not afraid. Like, for one, I had a handful of prisoner patients when I was at the hospital. They're literally regular people. They're just handcuffed to the damn bed. Like, it's just somebody who made a mistake and have to go, you know, deal with the consequences. It's nothing to be afraid of. Yes, there are people there who have done some really bad stuff, but at the end of the day, they still deserve the same quality of care as anybody else. Like, that's what being a nurse is. I can't pick and choose, you know, who I take care of. I'm not really afraid because you walk around with the officer 24/7. You're never alone with anybody or anything like that. So I'm not really afraid of anything. I think it'll be really cool, like a very, very, very cool experience. I feel like it's just structured so much differently than a hospital or a clinic. It's something new for me to just, you know, try out. I mean, why not? I feel like there's so many things you can do with nursing. Why not try it all and find out what you really, really, really like? You know, you never know. So yeah, those are my 2 new jobs. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm glad I tried the clinic and realized that it wasn't for me. You have to try stuff. You have to see both sides of everything. You might think you hate one thing and want to do something else. You could be completely wrong. You never know. You never know. I'm really super excited to start these 2 new journeys. I'm going into 2023 trying to get all the bags. I'm trying to get the biggest bag possible. Like, 2022 was such a shitty year after my father passed away, and dealing with all that shit with his wife, and like this was the first year that I had big girl bills. I moved out, started paying rent, started paying for all this other stuff, and it's like every month it was something. Y'all, last week when it was negative 10 degrees, my car wouldn't even start. Like, it was just, it's always something. So at this point in my life, I'm trying to run up a check. And honestly, nursing is something that I invested into myself to give myself that degree and those 2 letters behind my name. So why would I not use it to my advantage? Why would I not work and hustle as much as I can, making as much as I can to get to where I really want to be in life, you know? I have some really big goals for this year. Me and my boyfriend both have some really, really big goals, like business wise and relationship wise, stuff that we really, really want to do. And I'm just excited to start. I'm very, very excited to start. I am, of course, going to keep making videos for you guys, keeping y'all in the know of what's going on. If you have any questions down below, let me know. I can maybe do another nursing Q&A or a work Q&A, anything like that. You can leave any questions or comments down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.